Hello and welcome again to As Told by Asiah. This, of course, is Asiah, and this is your latest pick-a pile. Today's reading is on your energy, what it's attracting, and the possible outcome. Maybe a little advice if I could give you any, but at least we're going to get a look into what's going on. I would like to start by saying this is not something you should determine your life choices off of. Your energy is the energy of now that I'm reading, and what may happen because of your energy right now. If you change your energy or your mind, or if you change, your plans, then the reading wouldn't be the same. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it wouldn't be the same. I would like to thank God for all things, especially this gift that he's given me to be able to help those who would like to get answers and maybe better understanding of themselves. This is timeless, so whenever you see it is when you're supposed to see it. If it doesn't fit your life or your situation, it's not for you. Take what does, take what doesn't. Leave what doesn't. And I'm going to do die with them to get an overall look, and I have another couple die that I'm going to try to throw. I'm going to try to keep these videos kind of short, well, each pile kind of short, but we'll see what happens, because sometimes, if you see, my videos get kind of long. All right, guys, so we have 4 piles here. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Pile 1 has the snow quartz. Pile 2 has the Aventurine. Pile 3 has the Serpentine. And pile 4 has the BloodStone. So snow quartz, Aventurine, Serpentine, and BloodStone. Okay, and whichever one you pick, I'll tell you what it does or whatever. You can look it up if you want. And the 4 die right here. These, you don't have to base your choice off of these, but you can. These are chakra die, chakra stones. Okay, so go ahead and choose, and I will pause. If you need to, you can pause the video, and we're going to get right into pile 1 with the snow quartz. Okay, pile 1, this is everyone who picked the snow quartz. The snow quartz assists in learning lessons and supports you in letting go of your limitations. It also assists you in studying, so students or student of anything, you don't even really have to be going to a quote unquote brick and mortar school, but any lessons that you may be learning or studying for maybe a different position of a job, or even studying to be an apprentice in some kind of job field. This snow quartz is definitely the stone you want to keep with you, okay? Okay, we're gonna start with the die. Okay, we have first the 4, which is earth. That's material things, things at home, possibly emotional blockage, material, physical things. Then you have the 1, and 1 is plot, and that is the way things are going, the way a situation is playing out, someone else's behavior, your behavior affecting things. Then we have the 4, which is the action needed, is the right action. So it is to act selflessly, to do the right thing, be the bigger person, so on and so forth. All right. The next die says the difficulty. Now, difficulty is 1 through 100, and I see 90. So we have a 93 here for the difficulty. So it seems as though this problem is quite difficult for you to go through, being that it's a 93 from 1 to 100. Next, we have the time. Now, the time can be the month, the time of day, the season. With 1, we have January. So January could be significant. Winter could be significant. Since we have more odd, I would say, then it is 1 p.m. That could be a significant time, and that would be a time of stagnation, possibly with withdrawing within yourself, not being so expressive. I would also say a time of like needing to use your resources and be resourceful. And finally, we have 17, and 17 is star, so that's hope. That is moving with or living daily with the hope of something, wishing for something to return, waiting for something to return, waiting for a payback or someone to do for you, possibly that you do the same that you do for them. Okay, I'm going to get more into that as we get into the reading. Okay, so since we have this large pile, we're going to do it in sections, and we're going to start with this card being the beginning. Okay, so here we go. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Okay, so here we start with the sun. The sun is the expression of self. That's who you are to the material world. That's who you show everyone. Who you see yourself as. I'm just gonna move these die over. Okay. All right. But sometimes your fearlessness may come off as intimidating, and that doesn't mean pull back who you are. That means just edit who you present around certain people. Now, for example, when you go into a business setting, you don't act like the same person you are with your friends. No, you act more in a business-like setting. That's not changing who you are. That's editing who you are to your surroundings. All right, let's see the next card. We have number 37, time out. Okay. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Soul name. And Anada. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay. So I'm feeling as though you have been around the universe many times. But I feel as though the earth realm, being here in the earthly plane, has been giving you an issue. You're having an issue like, I don't want to say conforming, but pretty much conforming to the earthly rules. I feel as though your soul, it remembers a time of being able to manifest quickly and move at light speed and things like that. And here on the earthly plane, it's like, it's not what it used to be. And that's the person you're trying to shine and show, because you remember that lifetime. I love how the colors here are all like in a purple hue. And they kind of transition yellow to purple, purple to green, and blue, purple and blue with some of that yellow, and then this green scape with the blue inside. I love it. It looks so beautiful. The 37 in numerology would be a 10, which would in turn be a 1, and you have another 1 there. I feel as though you just keep on trying to live in the realm in which you're not. I feel like Earth plane for you is like, you can't believe it's reality. You remember a whole different existence, a whole different realm of being. And it might not come clear to you as, okay, a memory, but for sure, the way that you try to exist is just not of this realm. I'm gonna get a little more detail of this. Your energy is otherworldly. Fearless. My fearless freedom lights up the world. 4 of Pentacles. Yes, you're holding on to that self-atonement, mental illness, deliverance from persecution. You're holding on to the otherworldly you. Not quite living in the realm that we're in. With time out, we have the Ace of Wands. So there's a big energy of what you want to do, a big burst of energy of newness that you want to partake in, but it's time to take a time out. But your perseverance seems to definitely be something that is a more dominant trait of yours. The Death card, God, the end of the universe, endings and rebirth, influence, health, and longevity. Yeah, you're in a state of transition, and you can't do more than what you're doing. It's time to just like hand it over, okay, to the universe and let it be. For soul name, we have the Chariot, Michael, who is like God, perseverance, success in conflict, overwhelming adversity. So yeah, I'm feeling like your soul name might have been Michael. You might have a lot of Michael's energy in your being this time around. What else do we have for there? We have the Page of Wands. So yeah, fire sign energy I'm feeling. I'm feeling like we have the confounds the wicked and slander, saves from enemies. Kind of like Michael. Okay. So you are, I feel, someone here that helps and saves others. That might be something that happens often. I feel like your day-to-day, your daily is, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Your day-to-day, your daily tasks are made up of helping others, probably more than tasks of your own. And finally, we have the Nine of Wands, God, the impenetrable secret, universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. Okay, so yeah, you are definitely otherworldly. You have been here before. You are here to help the collective, I feel. Your energy is just not of this universe. Your energy, and I think that's what the problem is. The whole point of this reading, you're having a problem being part of Earth. It's like you're supposed to be here, but not of here, okay? Don't let it rule you, and maybe that's the timeout that you need. And the perseverance, I feel, is you trying to like reach a pinnacle of satisfaction within yourself, because like this is, nothing here is enough. But I feel as though you need to take a step back, understand your surroundings and your environment, see where you are, and then continue. Because saving people seems to be on your soul mission list, something that you're here to do, but you can't help others if you yourself are needing saving, needing rejuvenating, needing reboosting. Okay, now we're going to dig a little deeper into your energy of now, and possibly what you could be exuding, putting out there, and a little bit of what you're bringing in. So what are you exuding? Celestial gatekeeper. Timing is crucial. Here we go with the time again, and we have a 7. With this, it's a hawk. A hawk is any kind of bird is like a higher perspective, a higher knowing. And as a celestial gatekeeper, this timeout, I'm feeling maybe not a timeout for yourself, but you're feeling like time is running out, which is why you're so perseverant. You see things from a different perspective than other people, and you're just like, hey, you know, like, time is running out, people. We need to really get it together. We need to become a collective. We need to come into a different place of knowing or learning or understanding, okay? Then we have number 26, Sacred Journey. Wow, that's beautiful. Kind of looks like a peacock at the end here. Snake a little bit. Looks like there's an egg at the bottom. Oh, pardon me. Okay, that's an 8. Let's say 7, 8. There we go. In order. Yes, this is a sacred journey. This is a life journey that you've signed up for. You've been in this position before of being the one to help others wake up and realize their journey, realize what they're doing. And actually these two, I don't know, I feel like with the birds being that this looks like a peacock to me, and this is a hawk, the two birds, I'm feeling like that's definitely a higher knowing or a higher perspective. Peacocks are rebirth, a hope of rebirth, a hope of a returning, and Christian faith, it's the hope of returning of Christ. I'm feeling like your thinking is not even of this plane, and you're having a hard time being on earth but not being of earth while trying to balance these two feelings. Okay, I feel as though your connection to the divine is far more greater than most sound. Okay, so wow, music possibly could be a big part of your being. Music or speaking, singing, presenting things with your words. Words of other people could just mean far more to you than what they mean to other people. Okay? I feel as though your celestial light that you're holding on to is something that can be useful if you use it the right way. Your sacred journey with the Ace of Wands and time out, you feel like there's a time that's coming that is a shift for Earth, shift for this plane, a new beginning or a completion, an ending to a cycle and the beginning of a new one. You feel that time coming. And with this Death card, with the perseverance, you're adamant on the change and the transformation of this generation, of this age, and you're doing so with sound, possibly music, possibly speaking, or helping others with words, or understanding others' words. The soul name Michael, which is the Chariot, also a perseverance of victory, a perseverance to overcome adversity. I feel as though you've been here many times as a big name, a big player in the big league for the universe. Okay, you are here to help the universe. You are what makes the universe move so smoothly. You are a soldier of the Creator. And I feel as though you know things that others don't. And sometimes you don't even know how you know them, but you know things that others don't. And you're going to be one to reveal these things to others that we don't even consider, or people don't even consider to be possible. You're going to show them. You're going to be the one to show that. Okay. We have impartiality. Okay. We have expansion. Nice. And wisdom. Okay. You have played both parts of this role. You have been the person to be a burden, and you have been the person to take on the burden. You have expanded your knowledge and your understanding. You have expanded your experiences and your wisdom to become more knowledgeable. And if you see, I believe this gentleman is in the same, it's the same one right there. Expansion. Look, also she is right here, same one. Very interesting. I love that. I love the how it coincides, how it kind of just like grows into, like, the colors all expand with each other. They kind of grow together. I'm seeing here, it's like the birth of a knowledge of knowing. So you are beginning to know how to spot and see things and understand them and explain them and expand on them. You have done both parts. Your vision is one of 360 and not one of one-track mindedness or even two-track mindedness, you know, to see it one way or another. You see it in all ways, okay? You're no longer impartial. Now you've seen from each way. Now you understand. There's a balance for you now, for sure. Ooh, my voice is just going. Okay. So we're going to pull, we have this last few cards, and then we're going to pull for our last few messages. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Wands, okay, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I see that there is a lot of physical strife here, a lot of suppression, a lot of unknown things that need to be known onto others. A lot of surprise. There is a shift of new energy. And I feel as though you have just recently come to an awakening of who you are and an understanding of what you are. Okay. There's an emotional attachment when it comes to your mental state. There's something emotional that is kind of like, it's a small emotional thing that's kind of nudging your actions in a certain direction, when you should take that emotional nudge out and use the emotion only when needed. And this seems to be something that's a constant emotional nudge. Possible relationship, friendship. I want to say like it's you and one other person. It's not like a family thing. I feel like it's like a relationship. I'm going to pull some more cards to get clarity on that and a final message. Okay, so we're going to pull a few of these Wizard Tarot cards. Up here we have one. Jump out. And that is the Nine of Swords. Okay, so there's a guilt that you're feeling that is causing you to overwork on the earthly plane. You feel like you're running out of time, but it's not the earthly people running out of time. It's you feel you're running out of time. The Four of Cups. Okay. because you might feel like you abandoned someone or something. Okay, here we go. We have the Tower moment there, that you realize you abandoned someone or something. The Queen of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Eight of Swords. Okay. Huh. All right. Okay, I'm feeling as though you might have said some things you didn't mean, and it's making you here on the earthly. This is the emotional blockage, I feel. In order to, I guess, level up is what you're trying to do. You feel your soul calling. You feel that need to heal. You feel that you're that a celestial being, that higher, knowing you have that higher perspective, that wisdom, that expansion. But you had to step on someone to understand it, to get the other perspective, and you're feeling you need to apologize, or someone might have stepped on you on the way and you're feeling like they need to apologize. You need that closure. You feel like your hands are tied. So let's see some final words here. Traveler, Magic Guardian. Okay. And one more, please. One more message. Oh, wow. I'll just have to choose then. Let's see. Okay, let's get this one. Mother Earth. Okay. So what I'm going to say, oh, you have Druid here. Hold the space. Okay, I feel as though you need to just take a time to become one with self. I feel as though you went around and did so much helping and healing, so much like hard work, so much deep work, so much shadow work here on the earthly plane, that you just need to take a time and a moment in another realm, in a meditative state, in a consciousness other than this. Hold the space and understand who, what, where, why, and when. Take a new direction with it. You have this magic within that you're just trying so hard to tap into. Turn to Gaia. Sit with Earth. Go outside in the sun, in the stars, in the sun. Touch the grass. Walk with your feet in the sand, in the dirt. You're stagnant. You've reached the place where you're like, I cannot go any further, but I'm working, but I'm running on a treadmill. You're burning it at both ends. You're lighting up the world, but not in the best way. Take back your mind from what you gave. Understand that you're at a 93. You're reaching the point of can't go anymore. And though you have hope to continue to grow and expand, you won't if you do not release what you've taken in. The right action is to not take out these spells of like bursts of energy out on your environment, on this man-made environment. Go out into nature and let it go. Take a new direction. Clear your plate so that you can take more in. Mother Earth can take it. She can take the energy in which you expel, because you're growing, because you're expanding. Okay? So let this guilt go of the mistakes you might have made on your path of growing. You're human. You have your moment to understand. Then you get your wits about you, and you understand karma has a big piece, a big part in this. Don't let your hands be tied. Don't get stuck in your own mind. Your emotions are getting stagnant because you're not being fulfilled or satisfied anymore. And that's the point in which you need to let go so you can take in more. Okay? Ooh, intense reading, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and everyone who picked the Aventurine stone. This stone is good for maintaining optimism in hard times. So if you're going through a hard time and you need that little boost of confidence, this stone is great for you. We're going to start with the top of the pile and just move right on through the reading, and at the end pull any cards that we may need to clarify or for a final message. Your first card, Hope, is the conduit for miracles. Okay. You know when people say have a positive attitude, you know what positivity you have within is the positivity you can show, or the positivity you use to manifest. That is true. It is important to not only do the things towards your goal or write them down. It is also important to have hope and positive attitudes towards those things. The number 11, individuality. 11 is a number of intuition. We have fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. We have create space, number 38, which is also an 11. And finally, we have Muladhara. Okay? Muladhara. Muladhara is the root chakra, and it is important for manifestation. Okay? So here we have a lot of red, I see. Again, red in the root chakra. Red represents the root chakra. Individuality, fear, and create space in Muladhara. I'm feeling as though you are having a time where your individuality may not be welcomed. Who you are deep down may not be welcomed. And you know that you have to work in a space where you accept those who may not accept you. Create a space where you feel safe doing what you love to do. This chakra here, the Muladhara, is a place that shows that you're in a place in which you're grounded in life. And your ideal space is one in the process of manifestation. And right now you are setting roots where you are. When you heal deep within for yourself, you are healing for those who come after you. All of those things that set a bad precedence in your life, ancestral hardships such as poverty, immigration, war, slavery, and abuse, have come to an end, and you have set a path for a new way of being for all your ancestors to come. Thank you for doing this work and anchoring deeply within. It's only when you heal the root can the tree grow. So you are creating a space. You are breaking the mold. You are breaking the cycle of poverty, breaking generational curses in your individuality. And yes, you may be afraid to show that individuality right now, especially within your family, because what you're doing is breaking the mold. You're creating a new reality, a new space with this root chakra healing. You who are the individual in your ancestral roots and past that is making the difference. And that's the important thing, because now families to come, generations to come within your ancestral line now have hope of healing, have hope of understanding, and have hope of growth. We are going to clarify these with my angel tarot cards. So hope is the conduit for miracles. We have the Empress, God, Father, and Generous. Oh no, yeah, the Empress. Okay. Fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. Okay, so the hope within you is the fruitfulness that is needed for your generations to come. You are the creator of this reality for your future ancestral line. You're the one that's going to make sure like the marriages last and the families last, and all of those good things are going to come through your understanding and your nurturing and your new path that you're sending your family, your ancestry on. For individuality, we have the Eight of Wands, a great and exalted God, makes one passionate towards God, grandeur. Your individuality with your love and your understanding and the actions in which you're taking are straight towards, and they're hitting every goal that you're setting. You are not missing. You are definitely becoming closer with the Creator, and that individuality of yours is definitely a conduit for hope. You are setting a tone. For fear, we have the Ace of Cups. So this big new emotion, this big new feeling, these big new goals, these big new ideas, these big new emotional benefactors towards you, not only you in your lifetime, but the lifetimes of the ones to come. It's great. It's a rejuvenation, obtains the mercy of God, and gives long life. You are healing the emotional trauma and emotional wounds of the past. You are reversing generational curses here with the emotional understanding that you're coming to, the emotional understanding that you're navigating through, and you're not letting fear get the best of you. You are not letting fear overcome you. You are allowing these emotions and these feelings to happen. You are allowing these cups to pour out the newfound, newly ideal emotion. Queen of Pentacles on the creative space. Intellectual lucidity provides consolation and compensation. The eternal God. So for creating space, wow, 48, 49, 54, 55. Look at that. Yeah, you are definitely using your emotional wherewithal to intellectually navigate situations that would otherwise be tugged towards emotion or tugged towards intellect, but you are letting your intellect be lucid. You're letting it be free flowing. You're letting your intellect flow with your emotions so that you're not pulling or tugging in either direction, but letting what needs to be done in each situation. You don't press things to be logical. You don't press them to be emotional. You let them be what they are. The Two of Pentacles, God who supports the universe, fortune and fame, fulfills any request. Okay, so with the root chakra, God who supports the universe, fortune and fame, fulfills any request. Once your root chakra is healed, that is the grounds, the roots for manifestation on forward, because you are now grounded. You now have foundation in what you know, believe, and trust, and know to be true. You have such a power here to make manifestations come true. You have the Empress, Eight of Wands, which is going towards an action, any action you take towards anything being successful. You have the Ace of Cups, a big pour of emotion, a new emotion, a big onset of new emotional benefits. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the emotional tier of physical intellect, physical accommodations, where you you're emotionally in control of what you have in front of you, okay? And finally, the Two of Pentacles, where you are focused on what's in front of you, no matter what is going on, no matter what is up and down, no matter what may be going your way or not going your way. You are supported by the universe because you're focusing on what's in front of you and what's important, okay? The die. We have Earth, a material situation, something that is emotional blockage, something going on at your home, something along those lines. Okay, and then we have the number 1, which is the plot, an action, a behavior, someone's doing, the way someone is going about things that is making it harder for you. Your action needed is a 6, and that is the right effort. Having the right intentions, doing things with the right intentions in your mind that you want to get it done. Not working towards anything other than what is involved with this current situation. Now your difficulty goes from 1 to 100 and even higher than pile 1, who had a 96, a 94. You have a 97. 97 is extremely difficult actions. This is okay, hold on. You have a 96, and your action needed is the right mindfulness. So with somebody doing something in the physical plane, probably within your home or right within your physical, like immediate affected area, you are being affected by somebody's action, somebody's what they're doing, how they're going about their daily life is somehow affecting you. And it's a 96, and the right action, and the action needed is the right mindfulness. So for me, that's saying that you need to remember and be mindful that you are the creator of your own reality. You see, you have create space here. You're the creator of your own reality. So yes, with the emotional blockage being home and the plot, you're changing the narrative of this story. And you need to keep in mind the hope that you need to that you need as the conduit for your miracles, for your manifestations that others would consider miracles, but you know what they are. They're manifestations. They are creations of your mindset and your actions, making them into your reality. Okay. The difficulty is a 96. Let's see. I saw the 5. So May is the month, possibly. It could be, let's see, we have 596, we have a 7, 2, and a 4. So 5 a.m. I would say spring, a time of getting ready, anticipation, a time of like effort and work and putting your mind towards things that you would like to manifest to be able to harvest come fall. And the lesson here is 18, which is the moon. Looking within yourself for deeper understanding, for deeper knowing. Looking within yourself for the comfort, for the knowledge, for the courage. You know, it's with the moon. The moon is your innermost self, the self that you do not show, the self that you are yourself trying to figure out, and it's not one that you put on display for others to see because, like I said, you yourself are still working that out. We're gonna pull, we have a couple more cards from your pile we're going to take a look at, and the first one is Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. Kundalini is a meditative state or meditative exercise where you take the dormant energies within the spine and pull them up towards the crown chakra in order to come, or make a new flow of energy. It's a powerful flow of energy that can be tapped into by meditation. And you have the number 22, which is the number 11 twice. 11 plus 11. Interesting. The next one we have is number 35, walk your truth. And we have it right on individuality in the Eight of Wands. Continue to be who you are in the deepest sense of self. Walk in the truth. Do the things in which you know work, that you know are the right things to do. With the Eight of Wands on top of the individuality, it's okay to do those things that you know are your truth, living in your truth, speaking your truth, being guided by your truth, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone and it helps to bring the consciousness of the collective up. Go for it. Protection. You are protected from the things that you fear. You don't have to worry about those who may try to ridicule you or pull you down with their ideas or their logic, because everything you do, as long as you're walking your truth, is 100% protected. Kundalini rising. Bring up that energy, that dormant feminine energy that lies within you, and bring it up to the crown chakra so that you may have new ideas and novel truths to help guide you through this earthly plane and this earthly mission that you're on. We have guilt over a create space, and that is the sacral chakra. And we also have impasse over the sacral chakra. Okay, so you are stuck at a place of guilt. Maybe possibly someone's making you feel guilty. Maybe you are feeling this guilt on your own because of something that you have that others don't. And maybe you may feel like you need to suffer more because you're more gifted, or you may need to suffer more because you're better off, or you can survive without. Create a space where you can allow yourself to have what you want and the things that you need, and then get past that impasse, that gut feeling. Come to a compromise. Okay, with that being on the root chakra, the Two of Pentacles, be focused on what's important, on what's in front of you. Let's not worry about the past. Everything you do from here on should be for the greater good anyway, so don't do anything out of guilt. I have these last couple cards, and then we're going to pull some if needed for our final message. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Being in a space of contentment with what you have, physical needs. There you go. You have the Five of Swords in reverse. You are not, this personal growth, this mental growth does not need to be painful. You do not have to be afraid of it at all. Let your truth shine. The Page of Wands. Okay, so all your new actions, all the new things that you're getting into and starting, it's in conflict with what you're feeling. You have to just focus on what is important to you, the message you want to get across, and how you can go about doing what it takes to get that message across. You do not have to worry about every single other person's feelings if you're doing it with the right intentions, because it's all going to play out for the greater good. You have the Wild card, the Joker, and the Eight of Clubs, the Eight of Wands. So again, anything you go towards, you can get done. See, and with the Joker between the Page of Wands and the Eight of Wands, I'm feeling like anything you put your mind to, literally anything you put your mind to, you're going to succeed. That is the kind of energy you carry with you in this plane, in this earthly realm, in this lifetime. Because I feel as though in your past lifetimes, you have done all that you've needed. You've learned those lessons of the past, and all you're doing is learning your lessons of now. Just keep on with the same mindset and intentions that you have now, and you'll continue to get things done in the right order. We got a couple that are already the right way. We have the Ten of Wands. I've seen another one in here. Okay. we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so you have a lot of magic about you. Anything, like I said, that you put your time and energy to, it gets done. The Ten of Swords. But there has to be a part of you that you let die off. Possibly this guilt side of you. This feeling guilty for having this knowledge, for having this understanding, for having the perseverance that others don't. And I feel like you fear that everything that you're going to put towards people, they're going to use to stab you in the back. The Magician. Yeah, don't feel like you have to dull your shine, because you have everything it takes to manifest in this lifetime, to create a space of knowing and understanding. Wow. And the Ace of Wands. Okay, so yeah, you have this big energy, this big like move, this big power move coming your way. Wow. And we have another one just kind of like sitting there, the King of Cups. All right, I'm gonna just put this up here. Getting a hold of your emotional like wherewithal is the best thing that you can do if you have not. People can use your emotions against you, and that is your biggest flaw. You have all this magic and you're scared to use it. You have all of this understanding, this magic, this knowledge, and you're afraid that you are going to be looked at as different. You're going to be looked at as a freak, a weirdo, too zealous in spirituality, too serious all the time, possibly. Maybe like a creep because you have magic spells and things around your house, and people are thinking, okay, she's weird. You can't have that fear, because when it comes to pass, all those things that you speak of and all the things that you're putting into motion, then people are going to be like, okay, you have spirit, Fox. Trust your talent in changing times. Like I was just saying, literally, don't let what people think of your current situation be the catalyst or be the conduit for your current for your future situations. You can't let them run your reality, because if you let others' reality create your reality, it's gonna be like really a real tough time for you. Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 cards. We have Guardian Angel, you are not alone, but we knew that. The Moon, take note of intuitive messages. And what else did you get the Moon at? Right there. And also Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Right there. Okay, so I want to say you may be a fire sign, but I could be wrong. Look, and it's right on top of the Ace of Wands. You have guardians in this time. You have help. You have like ancestral guides. You have celestial guides. Look, Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Look at you. You are the secret to the future. You're the key to the future. You probably will be a healer in terms of reading cards, reading auras, reading energies. You have trust your talents in changing times. This, you know what? People who are spiritual, cunning women, witches, in the like good witches, spirit warriors, spiritual soldiers, we're all needed in this time. You're at an impasse because you feel so out of place here in this realm, but you shouldn't. You should feel at home, because every universe, every galaxy, every molecule of every part of the universe is you. Okay? Use the fire element. Use the moon and the water. Use the knowledge, okay? You have guardian angels. Look, feathers. These look like peacock feathers. Feathers. You have guardian angels all around you. Take a second to thank God. Thank them. Thank God for them. And Just use your magic. Look, angels up there too. Use your magic to change the world, to change this time, to help this time transition into the next. Create this space and let your space grow and grow and grow and become the entire universe. You have such a magic that can't be taken away. You have such a hope, such a mindset that cannot be altered. You need to use that in this time where people are at impasses, where people don't know what to do next. And people are going to try to use their emotions to stab you in the back, to push you back. These energies, these negative energies, they're going to try to use that against you. Get a hold of them. Get an understanding of them. You have guardian angels everywhere. Let them protect you. Like you have a card under here, protection. Let that be. Get into a meditative state. Understand your individuality. Understand who you are at the root chakra. Let it come up through the sacral chakra, up through the solar plexus and through the heart, through the throat chakra to the crown chakra, well, the third eye, then to the crown chakra. Just let the kundalini, I think I said it right, kundalini, yes, let the kundalini, I'm sorry, it's not quite my realm, ignite the passion within you, and let that magic be made. If you've been trying to manifest and you're wondering why, here's why. Open up that fire within and let it come through to the physical realm, through to your actions, through the energy you create with your body. Home is the message here, okay? Your ancestral line is depending on you, and you have made a difference thus far. Do not let fear get in your way. Call upon God to send his angels to help you. They will help you in any sense that you need. Right? Thank you, Pile 2. Hello, Pile 3, and those who picked the Serpentine. This stone is good for or assist with personal transitions and personal transformations. So if you're going through a change, trying to transition from one job, one career, one house to another, or you're going through a transformation where you're just becoming a whole new person, or a more advanced or evolved version of yourself, this stone is good for that. Serpentine. Okay. So we're going to start with the die. Okay. Pile 3. We have the number 2, and number 2 represents, I want to say fire. Fire, spirituality, anger, passion, ideals. You have number 3, which is thought, which is the problem. The way that someone is perceiving things, their perception, their point of view, their understanding, their idea of a situation, of your spirituality, the way that you're passionate about something, your anger towards something is all wrong. The perception is all wrong. The action needed is a number 4, which is the right action. To do the right thing, take the right steps, take the higher road, be the bigger person, so on and so forth for the right action. Your difficulty, I see, is you have a 10 here, so it's not very hard, and a 19. So 1 out of 100, you have a 19. Okay. So it doesn't seem to be too much of a difficult issue, something that you need to overcome. Maybe it's just a small thing that you don't even think of that you may need. March might have been an important time. Springtime might have been important, a time of new birth, new beginnings, new ideas. Maybe that's the new spirituality and new ideals that you have that you're passionate about. It could be it could be 3 a.m. That is important. We have number 4 as the lesson, which is the Emperor, a stable, reliable, responsible energy. So maybe someone is not being as responsible, as stable, as reliable as they promised with that Emperor energy. We're going to get right into it with the cards. So we have, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So meditation seems to be a point here. You can surrender to the powerful presence of love, to your own inner thoughts and feelings at any moment, to come to an understanding, to think with love. Number 4. Oh, we had a 4 here and a 4 there. Perseverance. Green seems to be a theme here. Green. Well, that's a yellowish green, but green, green, green. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul growth. Growth, green. I'm seeing a pattern here with the green. Color. Okay, the color green. So that's the heart chakra is green. Maybe that's important. Maybe you're getting messages through colors. And tapas as the yogic message. And we're going to get into that as well. Which I see a lot of greenish colors there. Okay. I'm feeling like you have reached a point of stillness, of stagnation, because you have a fear that you can't get past, and this fear is guilt. You have the trait of perseverance, in which no matter what comes your way, you try to continue to push through. That you are seeing your life in different color. You're seeing dimensions in different color. You're seeing your perception has a much broader color spectrum, that you're able to see that you've done others wrong. When you see and understand and accept that sometimes your actions hurt others, you persevere and you begin to see even more colors. Tapas, which is self-discipline, is what got you this far. Discipline sounds like a word that's heavy, but honestly, self-discipline is you making a promise and keeping those promises to a more evolved you, a higher you. It is time to open your mind and persevere past that guilt, and let your world be seen in a different color, in different spectrums of colors, in different hues of colors, in different shades of colors, not just red, but red and fuchsia and pink and off orange red and whatever other kinds of reds that there are. And then not just blue, but teal and blue and turquoise and sea green and forest green and ocean green, and all arrays of every single hue of color. Let you see the world so that you can understand and view everything from a space of love, so you can take a moment in your self-discipline and pause and just let the world be shaded over with the color, to see that it's not all black and white, that there are different mixes of color, and that these colors, it's okay for them to mix and blend and not be so pretty and outlined so perfectly. Okay. Next, we're going to look at these are the Angel Tarot cards. All right. And the first one we have for at any moment I can surrender to the presence of love. We have the God of joy, temperance, perfect. Reconciliation regains the favor of the ones who they have offended. And that goes a lot with the guilt chakra. Okay. Finding a moment of, what would I want done? How can I fix this? How can I fix this and not bring shame to me, but bring honor to them and myself as well? For perseverance, we have the Page of Swords. Refuge governs dreams, reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. The God of Refuge. You persevere in knowing there's a safe space within, okay? The God of Refuge, it doesn't have to be said, it can be shown. Page of Swords, it's all in the mind. This is a place in which you can hide at the moment that you need in order to persevere in the next moment. For guilt, we have the Queen of Wands. Divine power guards against mental trouble. In the mental trouble, in the mental realm, we have guilt. Do the actions needed to stay guilt-free. Always think, okay, how can my actions affect someone? You have this energy of openness, of love, of carefulness. Let that be a part of it. Take that as like a second thought. Okay? The hidden God. This is also a 4. This is a 40. This is a 4. This is a 4. A 12 is 4 3 times. Interesting. Very interesting. 35, that can be an 8. What else do we have? For color, we have the 4 of Wands. Okay. God the Savior. Rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. So seeing the world in color, the 4 of Wands, living in harmony, doing your part. See, guilt, people rule others with guilt, and it's usually very covert. They'll throw a little, oh, you didn't do this, and with the minute hitting 4, it's not the 4th minute, but I record in increments, and we have yet another 4. 4 has been popping up, and it means angels around. The Knight of Swords, we have intellectual richness protects fertility of women and makes children respectful towards their parents. We have this on top of discipline, or tapas, the all-prevailing God. Okay. To be self-disciplined is to have intellectual richness, I must say. So with tapas, the discipline card, we have the Knight of Swords, a mental radical, someone who has the richness in the mental realm. And that's what self-discipline is, having richness in the mental realm, being able, the self-discipline to understand others, to take a second and think. Look, 4, 5, we have so many like sequential numbers, or numbers that go with one another. Like the amount of 4s that showed up in this reading is incredible. Okay, so first our next card is going to be, we have Spirit Animal, we have Cosmic Oracles, and we have Sacred Oracles. So let's just start pulling. We have, Galactic Healer, move forward with an open mind. That seems to be the message of your reading. Your mind, let it be open. Let it be guilt-free. Like, understand that you've hurt others in some of your actions. See where you went wrong and move forward with that. This almost looks like an owl. No? That's also a number 8. 1 and 7, 3 and 5. That's both number 8s. Wow. Number 20, Limitless. On top of Perseverance, your mind makes you limitless. That's all I see here, is your mental dexterity is powerful. And Reflections of the Moon. Okay. The wolf is a sacred animal, one who is very alpha and independent, yet runs with a pack, can lead a pack. I believe that you are very much a leader, and you need to look deep within yourself to understand where you might have went wrong and move forward. There's so much power behind you. Look within yourself. Look within and around you to see what you might have to change or what you might have come from, and move forward. You can't let guilt be the ruler of you, because that's what people use. And sometimes they use it very indirectly. They don't even mean to use guilt, but they do anyway. And it's like subconscious thing. And if somebody's doing something subconsciously, you can't really stop them from doing it. They do it without thinking once or twice about it. So I'm feeling like definitely start looking within yourself. See the reflection of you, the nurturing that you're capable of, the beast that you are, the hunter, the independent, yet the pack leader. You are limitless because of the way your mind works, because of the colors that you see, that you perceive the world in. And if you persevere, anything that you put your mind to, you're doing. You're a galactic healer. You moving forward with an open mind, being able to surrender to the space of love, putting your spirituality at the forefront and letting that help you, guide you into the next move and the next one and the next one, is the best thing that you can do. Your wisdom is going to carry for eons through this realm and dimension onto the next. Next, you have destiny and insecurity. Okay. So yeah, your destiny is to be at a balance and to come to a knowing, because the way that you see the color of things, the way that you see things, your destiny is to be saving and harmonizing this reality, this age, this generation. Your destiny is to be one of the greats and to sit in front of the greats when the time comes to raise our consciousness, so that you can understand the power that you have. I feel like you really need to start meditating. In whatever way you meditate. There's 3D meditating, there's stillness meditating, there's active meditation. It's time to meditate. You are one of the greats. One thing you have to be self-disciplined is with your insecurities. And I feel as though your insecurity has a lot to do with the guilt. Your root chakra is very much involved here. So it goes to the past, something that is rooted in who you are deeply. That's how you're thrown off of your past, but know your destiny. Let's pull some tarot cards. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. With the Page of Pentacles, I already see that you're wanting to be more. You're wanting to be taken more seriously. You're wanting to start a serious destiny and celebrate what you have become, but you are unable to celebrate this newness within yourself. You are unable to start your new actions. You're being blocked from them. There's a disharmony here. Okay. There's a disharmony here. Someone in your physical, someone who has access or is in charge of the resourcefulness or the resources around you, they are pulling at your insecurities, possibly playing the guilt game with you. There's a disharmony between you guys, and you're unable to start anything new, and you're unhappy about it. You're unhappy about this union. You're not being taken serious. I'm going to pull some Wizard Tarot cards to get a little more info, maybe get some guidance, some clarity, whatever the cards have for you in these last two decks that I'm pulling from, which is the Wizard Tarot and the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, okay? Just a couple more cards and we will get our final message. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 5. The 9 of Swords. Okay. It's a time of sorrow, of you're kind of like sitting in your sorrow. When you take a time of quietness, it's not a time of peace. It's a time of letting your thoughts just eat at you. 4 of Cups. Being bored in an emotional state, no longer accepting the emotional ideas or the emotional concept around you. You're not wanting anything that's there anymore. It's like getting old and stagnant. I feel like maybe this is a feeling that you're having for someone who you're like, it's just not what it is anymore or what it was anymore. Okay, let's pull 3 more. The 8 of Swords. Okay, this is very similar to another reading. You feel like your hands are tied with the guilt. This is guilt, that's guilt. So you're letting yourself sit in the sorrow and in the stagnation. The the Ace of Wands. No new energy. And the 8 of Cups. Letting go, walking away from a feeling. Okay. Then you have the Strength card. Okay. You have to understand. Right now, we're at a point where you need to understand where it's okay to let go and start anew. You're sitting here stagnant and not doing anything, not persevering, not making it to a next level, not evolving because you're sitting with your hands tied behind your back and you're bored. You're stagnant right here. Because you're just kind of living in the moment of what's going on. I don't know if somebody is kind of like controlling the situation where they're making you live in. I don't want to say they're not letting you, because nobody can not let you something. But I feel as though you're allowing someone to grab a hold of your mental power, and they're playing in your emotional waters. No new action can get done until you let go. There's a let go that needs to happen. I'm going to pull 3 ancestry cards. Take charge with authority. Yeah. Look, the universal key. We have the Ram back here, which is Capricorn energy, Earth energy. This is Lord. Take charge with authority. Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. And finally, I pulled 4 instead. Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. And this I pulled by accident, which is actually the whole theme and even the cover of this this deck is Animal Guardian. Trust your instincts. Okay. You are allowed to be happy. Stag, trust and thrive. And stag, look, stag is this, also that. Trust and thrive. Okay. You are on the right path. You're trying to make the right moves. You are at a point where happiness is possible. You are at a point where, you are fully at the level of a certain point, if that makes sense. And it's time to evolve to the next stage and move till you get to the certain point. It is okay for you to enjoy your success. You are not meant to suffer. You are not meant to be the one to always get the, lower hand. Yes, always be the bigger person. Always take the higher road. But You're protected. So know that karma, that good karma, that dharma is coming back for you in the best way. You have nothing to worry about. These insecurities that people may play at, know that if you take charge with authority, you are going to overcome these insecurities at the root. Look, trust your instincts. You are protected in all ways. In the mental realm, the physical, the spiritual, the emotional realm, you are protected. And as long as you keep that mindset and always take a moment to be in a place of love, you're going to do great. You're going to be fine. And this too shall always pass. Look, the synchronicities here with the angels, like, that's beautiful. You are protected. The number 4 means angels surround you, and that's literally what's like being said here. Take charge with authority. Persevere. Do not let guilt get in the way. See the world in the colors that you see them in, because that's perfect as it is. Okay, pile 3, thank you and be strong. Hello, pile 4, those who chose the bloodstones. The bloodstone is great for assisting you in seeing things through, and staying true to self, not deterring from who you are. Okay. Well, we're going to get right into it, pile 4. We are going to begin with the die to see what direction this reading's taking. We have the number 1, which is, I want to say, air. And am I right? Yes. Mental, academic, possibly communication or anxiety. Number 2 is the problem, and that is the character, an individual that is involved with your situation, your character possibly. The way that someone is carrying themselves seems to be an issue. The right action needed. The action needed is the right mindfulness. Perception is reality. If you can carry yourself and understand that things are a certain way, you'll have a better time accepting those things. The difficulty, 1 through 100, is 66. So it's not too difficult, but it is on the harder side for you. January, winter, a time of stagnation, of inner introspection, withdrawing within, isolation, possibly 1 p.m. I would say 1 a.m. could be an important time, winter time, and like I said, January. And then the lesson we have a 4, and that is the Emperor. This will be a lesson of what's the word I'm looking for? Responsibleness, security, reliableness, and things like that, okay? All right, let's get right into it with the first 5 cards. The message from the universe is, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about how I see the world. The right mindfulness. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about how I see the world. Okay? Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. That's the right mindfulness. Then number 2, patience. Orange chakra may be sacral. Soul tree, number 21. And Amisa. Okay, guys. We have the lion and the both 2 lions up there. That looks like a globe, but slightly different. Okay. All right, well, let's get right into it. Here we have, through all of this, a message of peace and nonviolence. A message of needing to learn and grow at some point, even when we feel we have grown lots, okay? When you're certain about facts, when you have knowledge, and you have the faith, and you have faith that is backed up by this knowledge, you see the world differently. Failure is not something that you take a hardship on yourself, but is a time to grow. Failure is your guru. Ahimsa, I believe is how you say this. Ahimsa is compassion, nonviolence. It's the times in which you show patience to yourself and to others. The soul tree is the tree of life in which we go through over and over to get here when we incarnate. Understand that you can incarnate as that bug that you squish, or incarnate as that old lady that is being yelled at for being slow on the road, or you can incarnate as anything in your next lifetime. So the way that you treat every single thing in this lifetime is how you should think about those things. Your mindset controls your reality. If your mindset understands that failures are teachers and that you can lean on your understanding if it has foundation in fact, and that when you do fall and do come to those moments of anger, that you have compassion to understand that you could be that person. And you see this eye up here and the eye over here from beginning to end, a perfect like message. We have the two circles here and here. Failure, look, you come back into the earth and do it again and again and again and again and again. You're reincarnated over and over as different spots in your life, as different stages in the story, as different characters in a movie, so that you can know from each and every part what it is. This is a 2, this is a 21. Or this can be looked at as a 3, so a 2 and a 3. So perfect coincides. It's just such a beautiful like flow of information. Take those moments where you're angry in traffic, or when you're not happy with what you see in the mirror, or if you're fed up with someone. Take those moments to have patience. Look at it. Look within yourself. See the world from a different point. And take those moments to act in nonviolence and ahimsa. Our next cards are going to come from the Angel Tarot. Okay, so when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about how I see the world. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Advancements and progress teaches, guide, and records events in the book of life. Talk about changes. When you change, the Wheel of Fortune is a change. It's just shift. And you're in this case, it seems to be a shift in perspective, being taught something, being guided a certain way. The Metatron, the angel Metatron, the recording angel. So the way that your mind is recording your history right now, your life story, has taken a shift because of your mind has taken a shift. The Queen of Cups, the God Redeemer, redemption on failure. Come on. I understand that mistakes is only an opportunity to learn. Redemption serves against enemies of religion, governs chastity. So when failures arise, you have the Redeemer. Your enemies cannot make you feel like your failures are notches against you. Your failures are shown to be lessons. On patience, we have the invocable God. Justice makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. So this is telling me, the Justice card is saying patience. Justice will come. Karma will be served. Karma will come swiftly and do its purpose. Even if it's not quickly to you, it's in due time. It's in the just time in which it's supposed to be. You are protected against your enemies and your own enemy, which is your mindset. Your biggest enemy is your mindset. And as soon as you change your mindset, you change your perception of the world and you change the reality. On Soul Tree, we have the moon. God is my strength. Divine revelations, reveals messages, has power to destroy. You know the energy of the Creator is real. You are aware of the strength that it gives you within. You have the power of creating and destroying. You know messages of the other realms and dimensions of the divine. You have that. On Ahimsa, you have the 10 of Swords. And this is the marvelous God, number 17. You have 17, 18, and 20 right there. Okay, and you have revelation, protects from sadness, give revelation in dreams. So the 10 of Swords is like coming to a point of death of the old way of thinking. Death to the old way of thinking. Having compassion, thinking with love, thinking with nonviolence, thinking in terms of dharma and karma, knowing that justice is coming with a little bit of patience, knowing that your failures are only lessons and it's okay to fail. Let's see these extra 2 cards. The 2 of Cups, a 2, and the Strength card. Fruition provides expansive intelligence and gives the grace of God. Loyalty delivers from who seek to oppress you and brings victory. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cups. Cards and a court card. Excuse me. Some throat chakra stuff going on there. Wow. Check this out. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very, very amazing. And technically this would be the 11th major arcana and this would be the 8th. So for this to be 2 away, 16, 17, 18, 19. 18, that's 3 away, yeah. Okay. 10 of Swords. This is very interesting because the 10 of Swords typically doesn't come right next to Justice. Whew, wow, okay. I'm feeling with the 2 of Cups and the Strength card here, you physically have the power of emotional intelligence, and that can help you to get past those who try to bring you down, oppress you with failure, oppress you with what they do. But you living in compassion and in love, changing your mindset, helps you to get past those things. God is my strength, and then you got the Strength card, the rising God, always rising from the ashes. I like it. All right, let's see what we have. The cosmic energy, the sacred energy, and the spirit animal energy. So first we have mindful wisdom, create inner harmony, being mindful of your surroundings, being mindful of what you're feeling, and being mindful of how that coincides with the feelings of others around you, okay? When you create inner harmony, other people and their actions, their feelings, their thoughts, as long as you have inner harmony, they can't throw you off of balance. Then we have number 36, worlds within worlds. Knowing that this dimension is not the only one, that this realm is not the only one, and that this world is not the only one, okay? And communication. Communication is key in all aspects. Communication is evolution. Communication is harmony. Communication is music. It's non-violence. It's perseverance. It's patience. Communication is what sets us apart from other animals, from other mammals, from other beings that we know of. Okay? And that's communication not only with nature, but with self, with your higher self, with your current self, with the offspring of yourself in this realm. Then we have 2 chakra cards, and that is isolation and prayer. Anytime that you set yourself aside, it shouldn't be an isolation in a way in which it's self-harmful. It should be an isolation in a way in which it allows for an awakening, for an enlightenment. In those times, take a moment to speak to the Creator, to God, and maybe to His angels. Maybe you need to have an understanding or a little bit of help from the Creator's angels. These are not deities that you pray to, but they are ones that you ask for help once you've thanked and spoken to the one Creator. In your time of isolation, communicate through prayer. Know that this world is a world within another world, and within a universe, within other dimensions and realms. Okay? If you're mindful within, you can't lose your peace without. You have the 5 of Pentacles. Your perception it needs to be fixed. The 10 of Cups in reverse. And there's no happiness if your perception is off. Until you change your mind's eye, the eye is going to see negativity. It's going to see all the things it does not need to. Look here on the door, that's a 2. The 6 of Diamonds, the 6 of Pentacles. Being generous with your patience, with your learning and your understanding from your failures. The 4 of Wands. This is a participation with all, being communicative with all, with the oneness of this consciousness. And the 9 of Cups. Fulfillment, a happiness, a contentment of self. Okay, I'm feeling like your isolations, they are content with self, but you're not taking full advantage of what you should be doing in those moments of isolation. Those prayers that you should be sending up to the Creator for the things that you want, for the things that you need, for the things that you are trying to help others with, for the healing of others, for the healing of self. There's just so much compassion that you can show towards others that you need to really tap into for not only others, but for yourself as well. Okay. I'm going to pull about 5 or 6 of these Wizard Tarot to get a deeper understanding, some clarity, or maybe a final message. Okay. So, with the Wizard Tarot, let's see what clarity or what final messages we have. We have the 10 of Swords, I believe, again. We have the Knight of Swords. So with the dying off of one mindset, there was a birth of another mindset, one that is swift with plans and ideas, one who has like a new novel, fresh perspective on situations. When you change your, when you see things with certainty and faith, you see things with a new mind's eye. The 10 of Wands, having all of this experience, all of this energy there for the use of your third eye, for you to be able to manifest in such a way that others can't. The world, wow. On top of the soul tree. So the completion of a cycle in the Six of Swords. Okay, so it's the burden, and we have the Magician. Yes, so you have done your earthly part, I see, and now it's like you are trying to reach the new pinnacle, and you're dying off in one aspect and growing in another for certain. One part of you has ended and another part is sure to begin. You have all the tools that it takes. You have the grace, you have the wherewithal, you have the intellect, you have the compassion, you have all that it takes to do what you need. Time to get it done. Okay. Oh, wow. This jumped out. Wow. A couple jumped out. So I'm going to have 5 for you, but I'm going to pick 3. So you have 2 guardians. So you have the medicine guardian, be open to healing information, and protection guardian, drop your shield. So 2 guardians saying that be open and to drop your shield, that you're protected, that there's healing energy out there for you, that there's healing information that you maybe don't know everything that you think that you know. And in this new time and in this new part of your journey that you've opened, this new mind's eye, now you have new things to learn. Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace and compassion. You are possibly the wounded warrior. If you know, possibly Sagittarius, possibly someone who has been through something, and now you're supposed to be using what you've learned and what you've been through to, help heal and teach others. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. Wolves are always looked at as bad, looked at as savage beasts, but they're really part of a family looking out for the rest of their family. And the she-wolf has grown in an environment and has been in an environment in which they had to grow and take care of themselves and their others, be an alpha and a family member. And that is the part that you need to be sharing. Lady, enjoy growth and reap the rewards. Okay. This is an Empress energy for sure. Be the feminine energy that is missing in your world. You have feathers here, which shows yet another guardianship. You have arrows here, which are showing you being able to hit any goal that you're seeking. And we have the apples here, which is the beginning of fruitfulness, a growth, understanding of motherhood. I think I need to pull one more. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to, so I will. And we have air guardian. Wow. Shift your perception. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Water guardian. Connect with your emotions. So we have the medicine guardian, the protection guardian, the air guardian, the water guardian. Oh my God, you are protected from all sides. You have the air guardian, which is your perception, the water guardian, which is your emotions. So you have the mental and emotional wherewithal, protection, perceptive, bandwidth, whatever you want to call it. You have literally everything it takes to be a creator, a trendsetter, an innovative mindset, something new in your world, somebody who brings people together, somebody who creates growth and can enjoy it, and you can reap the rewards of the things that you put into motion right now. Your failures are lessons, and you should take those lessons and grow with them and not let them be the reason why you are taking a step back. Your throat chakra and your solar plexus, they need to work together. You need to speak and who you are. Speak the power that you know you have, and know that your feelings are protected once you come to an understanding, once you shift your perspective. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful reading. You, of all the readings, are the most spiritually protected, connected, wise, and blessed. I feel. Your time is now. You were going through such a rough patch, but oh my gosh, unleash that, and live in happiness. You don't have to be sad in order to grow. You have your hope. Let it work for you. You are so divinely guided, so divinely protected. Nothing can stand in your way if you keep the proper mindset. Okay, pile 4. Thank you so much for this reading. This is so beautiful. Your spirituality is about to bust open something serious. You have a new beginning starting, and I want to say right now, enjoy.